Anwar, one day a guideline lighting in the side how controlled Malaysia for many decades, was concluded on Buggery extortion in 2015, following a test he says was politically reasoned. Mahathir had pledged, if selected, to complimentary Anwar and ultimately brush force above to him. At a news story meeting Friday, Mahathir told Tsar Muhammad V had taken into account his agreement to a forgiveness. It is departure to be a complete forgiveness, that of year tool how he should not just be forgiven, he should be liberated once while he is forgiven, Mahathir said reporters, a day following Creature sworn in as main secretary. Following how he will be complimentary to take part completely in policy. Anwar remnant concluded with the 2015 Buggery test, the other period same D been concluded for the crime. He has length told the extortion were and tried to restrain his policy climb. By present laws, Anwar's penal recording would bar him of policy office space for 5 years, but a king forgiveness could cover the way for him to prosper. Mahathir, who is 92. Significant voice. Mahathir was sworn in on Thursday overnight by the Tsar, Malaysia's constitution governor. Next, a significant voice in that fracas-plagued position. Najib Razak was firmly beaten at the polls by his ex-coach. Mahathir's win upended many decades of monitoring by the Barisan Nasional coalition, that he oneself before led as Malaysia's main secretary of 1981 before 2003. Requested Thursday if he would conduct a corrupt practices inquiry in Najib, Mahathir told the ex-lead would be object to the guideline of Act. The corrupt practices fracas revolves about a country foundation, named as the One Malaysia Growth Berhad, usually named as 1MDB. Anwar's woman, Wan Aziza Wan Ismail, accepted Mahathir and serviced as his vice in the coalition to displace Najib. She was one of the many decades of opposition candidates selected environment. Anwar was anticipated to be liberated in June, following serving the great bulk of the verdict, but out of a forgiveness, the belief disqualifies him of challenging the elections or keeping office space. Long-time competition. Mahathir and Anwar put towards a long-time competition to struggle along to destruction. Najib and his joint Malays domestic organization, UMNO, side, that forms the greatest component in the Barisan Nasional coalition. Anwar was the successor obvious to later Prime Secretary Mahathir before 1998, while he was dismissed and loaded in corrupt practices and Buggery. He consumable 6 years in jail following Creature condemned of corrupt practices extortion in 1999 and of Buggery extortion comprising his woman's ex-motorist in 2000. Malaysia's highest trial inverted the Buggery belief and orderly him liberated of jail in 2004. Yet, the corrupt practices sentence was never raised, prohibition him of fleeing for policy posts before 2008. Investigators detained Anwar once again in July 2008 above concoction how he sodomized his ex-assistant, Saiful Bukhari Aslan. The detention came 4 months following a friable coalition of opposition parties led by Anwar won 82 of 222 parliament seats in elections.